What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Cam ATL and welcome back to another video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. And welcome back. We did go 1 and 2 yesterday, so it was a little bit of an but we were able to get one out of it. Hey, it is what it is, man. We can't have sweeps every day. I guess it is what it is. Anyway, so we have some exciting news, though, today. Some updates have been made to Props Made Easy. I'm going to show y'all that update real quick and explain certain things to you real quick. And then I'm going to get into picks of the day. I want to start adding in DFS book picks of the day as well as regular book picks of the day, because I know a lot of you don't have access to just the regular and you only can play DFS. So I want to make sure I have something for y'all as well. So we'll talk about like 3 DFS picks that I like and why I like those. And then we'll go to the 3 picks on the regular books that I like. All right. Anyway, real quick, the update that was made was the multi-sport select. And as you can see, there's 6 of them here that are showing with EV next to them. Now, if it's a sport that we have EV % capability for, it'll show here. Now, when it goes to multi-select sport, you're going to have to select, you can only select sports that are EV next to them. So for example, you have NBA selected, NHL, and MLB, right? And then you can click update and you will see all 3 sports show up right here for Prizepicks. All right. As you can see, you scroll down, you see Brenton Doyle after a couple NBA plays, all that good stuff. So NHL, baseball, and NBA all in one place, all already sorted by best EV. That's something y'all have been asking for a while. We finally got that for you. Now, some people have been asking like, hey, NBA Demons and Goblins not working, blah, 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 blah. After the update, the Demons and Goblins is having an issue that is being fixed. We are updating the Demons and Goblins situation, and that will hopefully be back at some point today, the Demons and Goblins area. So you'll be able to select those. Now, you can't select, as you can see, they're grayed out. You see how it's gray next to them? You can't select a non-EV sport if you have EV sports selected. So if you want to select esports, you have to unselect the EVs, so it's empty, and then you can go down here and you can say, all right, Call of Duty, League of Legends, CS2, update, okay? And then it'll show you those, okay? So only EV at a time or non-EV at a time, all right? Because obviously if you're trying to get them, if you're selecting a few EV and then a few non-EV, you're going to have EV mixed with sportsbook differential situations and all that other stuff. So some of the sports we don't have EV on. We just have the sportsbook differential when compared to other sportsbooks numbers like that, because it's just easier that way. You don't have a lot of odds for some of these sports. So, but yeah. So that's that. Now let's go NBA, NHL, MLB on the multi-sport, and let's talk about my favorite DFS sport options. Now I'm going to go to Prizepicks and I'm going to select. Also, the select all isn't working for some reason. When you go to select all and click update, it's not doing anything. Like, you're not seeing all. You have to, right now you're having to select individual, and that's another thing the team is fixing. So any books that you play, just individually select them personally, all right? Just like that, and then click update and you'll be good to go. Now let's do the DFS books. And I'm going to give y'all 3 plays I like on DFS books, and then we will move on to the non-DFS books. Now, obviously, back when we used to talk about the DFS books all the time, like, Underdog's one of the better options. But the problem is the amount of books baked into it. I don't really love that. So some of my favorite options, we're going to start off first with Jackson Joby. Over 4.5 hits allowed over on Betr is a 5.69 EV, minus 137 consensus odds with 40 books baked into that option. So Jackson Joby over 4.5 hits allowed on Betr is going to be one of the better options for DFS at a 5.69. And then as we continue going down, you'll see Ozzy Albies over 0.5 runs on Underdog at 5.23 EV, and it hits that 30 threshold as well. And then last but not least, Jaylen Brown under 3.5 assists. I know this is for the 7th, but we're looking for the best plays, period. If you just want today, then you can go down the Jock Peterson over 0.5 hits. Matter of fact, let's just do today. Let's just do today. Oh, sorry, my bad. There you go. Type in just the date and we'll just see today's. Now, like I said, Jackson Joby over 4.5 hits allowed on Betr is going to be the first spot. Second spot on DFS books is going to be Ozzy Albies over 0.5 runs on Underdog at a 5.23. And then last but not least, Jock Peterson over 0.5 hits on Betr at 5.2 EV %. As you can see, no Prizepicks is showing right here. That's just because, as we know, Prizepicks really doesn't give you a ton of great EV, but I know some people are solely set on playing Prizepicks. Now, I want to make an updated statement to y'all. You can go down to about 3% EV when it comes to Prizepicks. because of the amount of options that you have over the 5%, you're not going to have a lot of those. So if you're just looking for over 5%, you're rarely going to see those on Prizepicks. And if you can only play on Prizepicks, then you can take options down to about the 3%, as long as they have the good books still baked in. Obviously, Anthony Edwards under 5.5 assists, 5 at a 4.86 EV with 65 books baked into it is going to be a fantastic spot. So Anthony Edwards under 5.5 assists on Prizepicks, you can go with. Brenton Doyle over 0.5 singles at a 4.75 is only 26 books. But Pascal Siakam over 2.5 assists at a 4.65, 62 books baked into that. A fantastic option there as well. So the Prizepicks options that I love right now would be Anthony Edwards under 5.5 assists, and then the Pascal Siakam over 2.5 assists. And again, you can lower that threshold of EV slightly for Prizepicks just so you can be able to get, you know, that 5% threshold is just to really try to get you focused on the absolute best options. But Prizepicks doesn't give you many options above that 5% throughout the day. So you can take plays down to about 3% range, but don't go any lower than the 3% range, and make sure the books are high. You feel what I'm saying? The amount of books into the consensus odds is high. All right. So those are my favorite spots for that as well. Now let's go to all books. Let's go to, as you know, I can't do select all like I normally like to do. So we're going to go DraftKings, FanDuel, BetOnline, Novig, ProfitX, Fliff. Do some of those like that. Okay. All right, let's see what we got for the regular books. First thing that pops out to me is Clark Schmidt over 4.5 strikeouts at minus 100 odds on Novig at a 10.28 EV percent. 55 books baked into that over 4.5 strikeouts. So great spot for Clark Schmidt. Really love that spot. Right under it, another Novig play. Jarren Duran over 1.5 bases at a plus 103 on Novig, 10.03 EV percent. 52 books baked in. And this is why I always tell y'all, like, look, if you're only playing the DFS books, then do your thing, do your best that you can do. Do your best that you can do. But if you can, and you're able to play some of these books where you see some of this crazy EV, obviously it would be best to straight bet these high EV plays. But if not, play Prizepicks, play the best EV you can possibly find, which is going to already be in order at Props Made Easy and make it easy for you. Don't stress yourself. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Try to get as close to the 5% as you can. If you have to go under a little bit, that's fine. Just make sure the consensus books are good. But Jarren Duran is a fantastic play over 1.5 bases at plus 103 on Novig. So a couple Novig spots that really stick out today. And then let's check the Game Center. The Game Center also will have multi-sport select capability at some point today. The beta version is already done. We're just making sure it's running smooth before we drop it to everybody. But first spot I want to talk about is Golden State Warriors under 24.5 first quarter team total at minus 102 on FanDuel. Minus 116 is the consensus among 50 books. So I really like the Golden State Warriors under 24.5 first quarter total as one of my favorite bets of the day today. When it comes to NBA and when it comes to MLB, my favorite bet is easy at the top here. Baltimore Orioles first half money line at plus 150 on Circa, where they're plus 131 everywhere else among 73 book sample. So 7.78 EV baked out of a 73 book sample at plus 150 odds. You gotta love it. First half money line, Baltimore Orioles. Absolutely love that spot as well. And that's it, y'all. So yeah, we got the multi-sport available now. Remember, if you want to select something that's non-EV and doesn't have EV next to it, then you'd have to unselect the EV first. I'm talking to the team about automatically unselecting if you go to select, so you don't have to like be confused and unselect to select, whatever. So we'll get that fixed. The select all for selecting all sports books will also be fixed. And then the Game Center's multi-sport select will be done sometime today too. Look, man, we're always looking to improve, make things as easy as it possibly can be for y'all. Let's continue smashing. Let's continue making money, baby. This month of May is going to be a big one for us, as you already know. PropsMadeEasy.com is only $20 a month, baby. Lock in. Let's get this money. And thank y'all for watching as always. I'm out. Peace.